Some people wicked, you know. Some people really, really wicked. Family, this gentleman was trying to explain the worst thing that has ever happened to him. And you would not believe it. You would not believe it. All right. So he was in a relationship with this young lady. And you know, things happen. He got the opportunity to go abroad, so he went abroad. 3 months after he was abroad, the young lady told him that she was pregnant. But it was just not a normal pregnancy. The worst thing he said that anybody has ever done to him was that, one, he said that this lady faked a pregnancy, faked an abortion, and then she faked another miscarriage. You know, he was there and he was feeling so bad that, you know, his girlfriend was going through all of this back home. This is his child, and he was not there to help. So, you know, he felt so bad. He said that the final thing that happened that really pulled on his heartstring, because this was his first child. This was going to be his first child. He said the lady, first she said she had an abortion, then she had a miscarriage, but the third time when she came back and said she had a late miscarriage and that she was in hospital and that she almost died. That was the only time that the gentleman became, you know, suspicious. He was still worried for her, you know, but he was a little bit suspicious. So seeing that he could not do it on his own, what he did, because, you know, he was overseas, what he did was to send his family member, you know, around just to check on her to see that everything was okay. When the family member visited, she was home. This lady was fine. She was safe. She was only cooking up lies after lies after lies. If that should ever happen to you, what would you do? What would you do? So for this gentleman, the thing now is that this happened 3 years ago. Now he is planning to go home, you know, just for a visit after 3 years. He wants to know, should he confront this lady about it or should he just forget it? What do you think, Destiny family? If this should ever happen to you, what would you do? Now you know how we do it. We are going to help this gentleman to solve his problem. Knock, it's only me. Hi, you remember me? Only asking, have you put a like on the video as yet? Come on, you know that your memory is just as bad as mine. You are not going to remember to do it when the video has ended. So go ahead, click on the like button, and if you have not subscribed as yet, go ahead, man, subscribe. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so we are back. What suggestion would you give? In this case, to be honest with you, some things are best left unsaid, left just where they are. For me, I would ask, you know, if I was a gentleman, I would ask only if I had spent some money. And more or less, you know, she was your girlfriend, so I know that you would have spent some money. So in that case, I probably would ask about it only if I see her, right? So what it means is that I would not go out of my way to look for her, but if I see her like on the road or anything like that, I probably would just ask about it. And of course, it all depends on how I am feeling. If I am still upset, if I'm putting myself in the gentleman's shoe, if, you know, if I was still feeling upset, then I probably would not want to confront her. Reason being, you know, you are no longer in the country. Yes, it still hurts, right? That someone has lied and everything like that. But sometimes, you know, to keep yourself out of trouble, sometimes, you know, it's not worth it if you are still upset. On the other hand, if this is something that you have gotten over and say perhaps you are in like a new relationship or anything like that, then let sleeping dogs lie. No need to confront her, because I would just use it as, what would I say, a lesson in life. Because these things really happen. It is not good, and it should never happen. This is just one of many instances where you have heard of people doing these things. And I would definitely, so that's first, that's what I would have done. Then I'm going to say, ladies, if you do these things are serious, very, very serious. So these type of jokes, there is joke and there is joke. This is not something to joke about. You are talking about a human life, meaning that fetus in your body that you're talking about, the fetus that was not there in the first place. Joking about something like that is not good. It could also jeopardize your chances in the future. What am I saying? Some people are really, really against like abortion, right? So imagine you were just joking about this one, but this news spreads. If someone was interested in you, look at it. If another gentleman was interested in you and they heard that, okay, this is a lady who lies about abortions, lies about miscarriages, look at it. That would have ruined your chances, because then you are going to develop a reputation. A reputation that, I'm not sure if you would be proud of that kind of reputation. So lies, lies like these, it's not worth it. And for what? Because from what you have said, the gentleman, talking about the gentleman now, from what you have said, cooking up a story to get money, is this the only way that, you as a young lady can get money? It is not worth it. And I hope that other people who are hearing this story, I'm sure that there are stories that so many other people could have told, similar to this one. But I am saying it is full time, that people stop telling these type of stories, because it hurts and you never can tell, especially based on how things, the world is running now. You might just run that kind of joke with the wrong person. You never can tell. You could run this joke and you end up losing your life. So you have to be very careful. What I would say to this gentleman, like the advice that I've given, if it is something, if you know that you have not gotten over it, I would say don't approach this young lady. She's not worth it, right? For you to get yourself into trouble. If you have gotten over it, right, and you see her like in passing, you're not going out of the way to go and look for her. If you see her on the road and you feel like, talking about it just so that you can bury it once and for all, then of course go ahead and do it. My Destiny family, what advice would you give to this gentleman? Do you think that he should, what do you think? Do you think that he should confront the lady, or do you think that he should just forget about it, ignore what has happened? Why not leave your suggestion in the comments section?